Hello guys, in this video I will explain the complete transient analysis of charging LR circuit. Now I know that I am speaking way too heavy words and I would explain that what I will teach in this video. We all know that in any inductor there is a part of the inductor which is responsible for loss of energy, and that part is ohmic resistance, and we cannot neglect the internal ohmic resistance of any inductor, and hence we have to consider that ohmic resistance apart from the inductor in the circuit. So here is a circuit in which this inductor is being connected with this resistance R with a cell of EMF E and a switch S. So as soon as I will close this switch S, the current will start to increase in this circuit, and if this current is increasing, then a time would come then when this current would achieve a saturation value. So we are dealing with all the analysis of the period in which that current is increasing, and it has increased from 0 to that saturation value. So we will do the complete analysis of that period, that what would be the equation of current as in the function of time in that period, and what are the other factors. So in this video we are discussing the complete analysis of LR circuit in the time when the current is increasing. So starting at t is equal to 0, when this switch is being closed, so as soon as this switch is closed, I am closing the switch. There is a very important property of inductor, that inductor cannot bear the sudden change in its flux. So we know that the instant of time when this switch was open, then the current in the circuit was 0, and hence the flux passing through that inductor was 0. But as soon as this switch is closed, the current would be supplied by the cell, but inductor would not bear that current because it cannot bear the sudden changes of the current, because if the current will increase suddenly, then a large amount of EMF would be developed across this inductor. So just at this moment when switch is being closed at t is equal to 0, the current in the circuit would be 0 still, because inductor would not allow that current to increase. But as time will progress, the cell would push that current, and cell would support that current to increase in the circuit. But if we talk about just the instant when switch is closed at t is equal to 0, then I am drawing that circuit again, that at t is equal to 0 there would be no current in the circuit, and this EMF E would appear completely across this inductor, and the current in the circuit is 0. I have short circuited this resistance because the voltage across this resistance would be 0, because the current flowing in this circuit is 0. So at this moment t is equal to 0, the voltage across inductor is the complete voltage of cell, and the voltage across resistance is 0, and current is also 0. But at some time t, as time will progress, so after some time t at t is equal to t, I can say that the current would have started to increase, and hence the total voltage of cell would be shared among this inductor and this resistance. So a part of that voltage is across inductor VL, I will write in some different color. This is VL, and a part of that EMF is across this resistance, and it is VR. And also I can say that VL plus VR should be equal to E. Now at this moment the current would be increasing because we are talking about charging, so current is increasing, and for that increasing current the polarity of EMF would be like that across the inductor. And if I apply the KVL, then it would be that minus L di by dt. See, I am moving from plus to minus across this inductor, therefore I am using this negative sign. So this is minus L di by dt, and I am moving the direction of current through this resistance, so it is minus IR, and this is plus E, which is equal to 0. So this E will be equal to IR plus L di by dt, or in fact I can say that di by dt is equal to E minus IR divided by L. Now I will separate out the terms, and I will write that di upon E minus IR is equal to dt upon L, and integrating both the sides with proper limits, I would apply the limit from 0 to I here and from 0 to t here. So integration of the current would be ln E minus IR divided by minus R. This is equal to minus T by L, and ln E minus IR is equal to, in fact this would be plus, is equal to minus R T upon L, and ln, in fact I am taking anti-log, and it is E minus IR is equal to e to the power minus R T by L, and I is equal to E upon R into 1 minus e to the power minus R T by L. I would write this equation again on the next page. So again I am writing that the equation which we have derived is I is equal to E by R into 1 minus e to the power minus T into, this is R by L. Now there are lots of things to analyze in this equation. First of all, this is the equation of current during charging of inductor. Now first of all, this is the, let's suppose this is I naught. So I is equal to I naught 1 minus e to the power minus T into R upon L. And let us suppose, let L upon R is some constant tau. I'll tell you that this tau is also called as time constant, but I will tell its significance in the later part. So this I is equal to I naught into 1 minus e to the power minus T upon tau. So this is the refined equation, which is also called as Helmholtz equation. Now we can see that at t is equal to 0, at the moment when we have just closed the switch, then we can write that t is equal to 0 and e to the power 0 is also equal to 1. So the current initially was 0. Okay, so this can be analyzed that the initial current was 0. Now this is a exponential growth. Why I am telling this is a growth? Because the current is equal to I naught into 1 minus 1 upon e to the power minus, in fact, plus t by tau. So if this time will increase, this term will increase, and this complete term will decrease, and hence this will increase. I am again repeating myself that if time will increase, then this term will increase and this complete term will decrease, and this 1 minus this term will increase, and hence as time increases, current also increases. So as time increases, current also increases, which is shown in the equation itself. And the most important thing, that any exponential growth is completed till infinite time. So at t is equal to infinity, you can see that I will be equal to I naught, because at t is equal to infinity, this term would be infinity and 1 upon infinity would be 0. So I would be equal to I naught, where I naught was E upon R. Now what does it means? It means that, therefore I am writing that at t is equal to infinity, if I draw the circuit, then I can say let me draw the cell first of all. This is the cell and its EMF is E, and at t is equal to infinity, the inductor would be short circuited and the complete voltage would appear across the resistance. VR is equal to E. The complete voltage of cell would appear across this resistance and inductor would be short circuited and current would reach to its peak value. Now why I am saying that inductor would be short circuited? Because the voltage across inductor would become 0, as we know that EMF across inductor is L di by dt, and when I is equal to I naught, which is constant, then di by dt will be equal to 0, and hence E, which is the voltage across inductor, would be 0. So at t is equal to infinity, inductor would be short circuited and the resistance would have the complete voltage of the cell, and current would be flowing to its highest value and its peak value. So this was the analysis, and I would also draw the growth graph of this circuit. So I am drawing the current against the time, and the exponential growth graph is always like that. Okay, so this is the exponential growth of current in this circuit. Now again we can see that if we have to find out VR at any instant, then VR is equal to IR, and I, we all know, is equal to E upon R into 1 minus e to the power minus t upon tau. I know that I have not explained this tau yet, and I will explain it in the later part. So cancelling this R, so VR is equal to E into 1 minus e to the power minus t upon tau. So this is the voltage across resistance as a function of time, and if I wish to find out the voltage across inductor, so we know that the voltage across inductor is minus L di by dt. So first of all we have to find out di by dt, and we know that I is equal to I naught into 1 minus e to the power minus t upon tau, and di by dt would be equal to minus plus I naught by tau into e to the power minus t by tau. So this is di by dt, and we know that the voltage across inductor VL is equal to magnitude we are talking about L di by dt. So VL is equal to L into I naught. I naught is E upon R and tau is L upon R. We have already written that, and this is minus t by tau. Cancelling this R with R, L with L, VL is equal to E into e to the power minus t upon tau. Now we know that at any instant of time, VL should be equal to VL plus VR should be equal to E. So let us sum up this VL and VR. So adding this VL and VR, we can see that this will be equal to E at any instant of time. So this was the analysis of this circuit, and in this video I will also tell you that what is tau. Now let's move on the time constant tau. Now let me draw the graph again, and I will explain the significance of this time constant with this graph. So now we know that I is equal to I naught e to into 1 minus e to the power minus t upon tau. Now let us see that at t is equal to tau, I is equal to I naught into 1 minus 1 upon e, and let me tell you that value of e is 2.718, and 1 upon e is equal to 0.367, and hence I is equal to I naught into 0.633. Okay, so in fact 632. So we can say that I is equal to 63.2% of I naught, which means that at this is that time constant is that time in which the current increases to 63.2% of its peak value. So in the time which is equal to time constant, this is tau, the current increases to 63.2% of I naught, or I can say directly that it is 0.632 I naught. Obviously this is the peak value I naught, and this is the time period, and this time period is calculated by L upon R, and the unit of time period is also equal to time. This is time, seconds, and the dimensions of this time period, time constant, is also equal to m0 l0 t1. So the time constant in RC charging circuit is the time in which the current of this charging circuit increases to 63.2% of its peak value. So this was the complete analysis of this RC circuit, and in the next video we'll discuss the discharging RC circuit. Thank you.